Section 15, Porter Township. We own 3 of the 4 quarters of the section. Going to tile all of our portion, and the last quarter the neighbor doesn't want any tile on. If you follow the course of the water, there's 2 big culverts here. One right there, one right here, coming from the north. A couple hundred acres of watershed that come through that. We're going to have a surface inlet right here, and then we'll be tiling, and there'll be a big main going from here following the water course with laterals and submains dropping off of this. Let's follow the course of the water here. Cruise along, come through those culverts. You can see on our little cover crop here, right where the ditch is. I can't drive in the bottom of it all the way, it gets a little rough, but you can see where the water flows when it's on its way south. And it'll come around here. You can see the flags for some of the inlets for the laterals where they follow along. The water will be rolling through here. It's a pretty big main, it's just under the surface. And you get up here where it gets interesting. Normally this water flows and it goes right around the little hill here. Doesn't look like much of a hill, but you'll see how much there actually is. It flows along here, comes up by the trees, and then drops down into the big slough that goes up along Fullerton Road north of my Uncle Rod's place. And they don't want any tile on that quarter, so what we've had to do is we're going to bury a tile line, and we had to cut through a hill because they don't want any tile underground. We got to cut through this hill, so that tile is going to be buried under a trench. What's going to happen is we had to take and dig out dirt on the path that the tile is going to take to carry the water where it would normally end up. We had to make this thing so the tile plow can go through here, and after the tile is put in, that will get all covered up. So this is what's called the overcut for those of you that don't know tile. And you can see as we go along how it's getting deeper and deeper. It's actually borderline ridiculous, but it's what we got to do. So we get up here, and that tile plow is going to make this turn. That's 8 to 9 feet of overcut right here. Right now we're at 9 feet overcut. Tile plow has to drive through this, and it's going to be putting a tile another few feet underground. So we just cruise along here, and this eventually is going to come out right on the surface. And it's going to go along. So this is the north boundary of this quarter that we're tiling right now. It just follows the boundary, so we stay off the neighbor's ground. And it basically surfaces here. There's a little bit more of an overcut further down. But here's where that very same drain that we started with comes through. So we started right back there. That drain comes out onto this quarter, comes onto this quarter a little ways, runs through here, goes right back over by those trees. But since we're not allowed to really do any tiling on this quarter, we're going to run it all the way down, jump into the county road ditch, and then it'll go under the road ditch and surface out in the cattails that are the beginning of that slough that goes all the way north of that farm. So it's quite a task. And there you go.